Welcome back to our last installment for Calves. I'm Mike from Music Works Gym. Why do we call it Music Works? Because we work and exercise to a different tune. We are safe. We think safe, we think healthy. So today we are talking about some of the routines. We've discussed the machines. We've talked about our seated calf raises, working our Soleus. We've talked about the standing calf raise and the incline leg press, which work the gastrocnemius, the wider muscle. And for those of you guys who do not have these machines, there are other alternatives. Donkey calf raises, that's one we did not cover. We don't have a machine for it. In particular, if you have a set of stairs, which most people do, it's a simple thing to put your hands on one set of steps and your legs on a lower set of steps, and again, just push up in that fashion. It's great because you can have someone sit right on your back, not like Arnold Schwarzenegger did in the gym where he had 7 of his buddies on his back. It's a different story. But you can have a couple people clamber on your back. Typically, though, you're using lighter weights, so it's going to be a higher rep kind of exercise. But what we want to do is we want to get into some of the routines that are really kind of vital. Arnold in particular worked his calves 6 days a week. I'm not saying we should, because hopefully we're not on steroids and we're not training for competition, but we're trying to be healthy. So 3 days a week, every other day should be sufficient. He incorporated the donkey calf raises, the standing and the seated on these days in particular. His off days, he did the leg press machine in particular. Now, something very interesting is when he trained heavy, he's doing an 8 to 10 rep range. So he's doing 4 sets of those. That does not mean my warm-up, my intermediate set, moderately heavy, and a heavy set. It means warm-up, intermediate, and then the heavies. 4 heavy sets. So when he's training that 8 to 10 rep range, he's doing that same weight 4 times. Very important. If you're training in a lower weight, higher rep, let's say 15 rep range or 20 rep range, also you want to do that, those 4 sets. Once you build up to it, 4 sets. You want to slam those 4 sets home in particular. Very, very important. But I want to get to another routine which is very interesting. This was developed by a guy who had pain in his calves. He had hurt himself, so he did things in a different way. He did 10 reps, and then he would wait 10 seconds. Then he did 9 reps, then he waited 9 seconds. Then he did 8 reps, then he waited 8 seconds. Very similar to what I showed you on the incline leg press, where we did 10 reps with the right foot, 10 reps with the left foot, 9 reps with the right, 9 reps with the left. So he slowly brought it down to 1 rep. And honestly, by the time you get to the 1 rep, you are done for. You are totally smashed. It is an amazing one. So we've incorporating heavy weights for lower reps, restricted movement. We're incorporating lighter weights for wider range with higher reps. By doing a variety of these things, we're targeting the calves in many different ways because you know they are high twitch fiber. So we need to engage them in many different aspects. We want to train safe, we want to train wise. The other aspect was the one that I've developed where I do the standing calf raises and I actually do the shrugs at the end. Those in particular are fantastic for me. They act as a burn when you're done. Some people like to stretch their calves. Either way, it doesn't matter. But we're getting a good burn. We're doing it safely. We're doing it carefully. We're doing controlled movements. We're not being sloppy. Never throw weights around. When you start throwing weights around, you're going to throw something out. Your body. It's going to happen. So we want to incorporate lots of different techniques, motions, and rep patterns in particular. Make sure you're drinking a lot of water, make sure you're taking your protein, make sure you're getting a lot of sleep. Without sleep, your body will not grow, because that's when we grow, while we're sleeping. And don't forget your reverse calf raise, whether it's a tibialis machine, whether you're using an incline leg press, or believe it or not, you can just stand up on the edge of that step and raise your toes up. And by doing that, you're also working your tibialis dorsi at the same time. So that's about it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it happens to be, anything we can add, anything you would like to add to our calf series, we'd be more than glad to accommodate. So please email us at mike@musicworksstudio.com. That's mike@musicworksstudio.com. Stay safe, stay healthy. Until the next series, we'll see you then.